Talked about the difference between the political spectrum and the political graph or the political grid before, and how it's not just left versus right, but it's also, upper versus lower. So while we all understand that there is the goals of the left and the goals of the right, it's kind of hard to understand what that means if it doesn't have more context, right? Because we are all the same community. We just come at the community issues from different perspectives. For example, the lower quadrant of the political landscape is about absolute freedom, and the top is about statism or a monarchy. That much people kind of understand. However, both sides of the political spectrum believe that they are going for the freedom or the monarchy or the statism. Like the left believes that the right is going for full political kingship, and the right believes that the left is going for full political statism. And they both believe that they are coming for the freedom. The left versus the right is more about individualism versus collectivism. The right believes in the rights and the upward mobility of the individual over the collective. The left believes in the collective upward mobility. So this is where we see the difference in the approaches to social issues. Both sides believe that the social issues need to be approached. However, the right believes in security culture over the collective upward mobility. So yes, they both will donate to causes. They will both put in effort for causes, but it has to translate to that side, right? Like the left is about community benefits. We look less at the individual and more about the social issue. And then we try to come up with reasons or causes that will help that social issue and in turn uplift the individual. Whereas the right goes the opposite direction. They look at the security and the rights of that individual, and they assume that if we lift up that individual specifically, that we are in turn eventually going to lift up the community. Well, both of these concepts are absolutely on conflict. They can both get there eventually. The problem lies with the NIMBYism, the not in my backyardism occurs, right? The right will say, yes, I understand that we need a house for individuals who have substance use disorder. I don't want it in my backyard. It can go somewhere else because that's a safety issue for me. Not for the community, but for me. The left will say, well, it's happening here, so we need to approach it here. And that's the big difference. The other part is the benefit, right? The left is really about the family, my friends, my community members. I want to see them directly benefit from this. And in turn, if I need it, hopefully I will have it too. And the right is, I want to benefit from this. And if I see someone else benefit from this, it is either taking away from my benefit or it is an example of how I can benefit, right? We see the political aspect where Trump is a king. As far as they're concerned, if a felon can become king, so can they. And they're willing to put their rights on the back burner for that, because it means that they're willing to put somebody else's rights on the back burner for it later. And we see this throughout the year. The left is more about the legislative funding and how we can continue all year round. The right is going to be more about the sporadic donations. I feel good because I gave at church. So anyways, yeah, we can always talk about more things. Okay, bye.